did not just ask me that
No, I'm
question.
just saying, you're like...
What a forward
Whoa.
young man you are.
Everyone will need care at some point in their life. However, we must also recognize the reality that the current way care is provided and valued is unfair and unsustainable.
Ever heard of actors going to extremes for auditions? Well, Anne Hathaway kissed 10 strangers for a movie role. But why would the director make such a demand? Let's find out. Anne Hathaway, a shining star from the 2000s, known for her roles in The Princess Diaries to Ella Enchanted and The Devil Wears Prada, recently shared an eye-opening experience from her early acting days. It involved a rather uncomfortable casting process that seems quite unbelievable today. Back in the early 2000s, it was apparently normal practice to test on-screen chemistry through actual kissing scenes during auditions. Anne Hathaway, despite her rising fame, wasn't spared from these awkward trials. In an interview with V Magazine, she remembered being excitedly informed about the arrival of 10 male actors she had to kiss as part of a chemistry test for a movie. Back in the 2000s, and this did happen to me, it was considered normal to ask an actor to make out with other actors to test for chemistry, which is actually the worst way to do it, Hathaway revealed. The person running the audition seemed quite excited about the setup, asking her, "We have 10 guys coming today, and you're the cast. Aren't you excited to make out with all of them?" She questioned, "Is there something wrong with me?" because she was not at all excited about the prospect. Instead, she thought it sounded gross. Even though she felt uneasy, Hathaway felt pressured to go along with it. Why? Well, she was aware of how quickly labels could affect an actress's career. With youth on her side and afraid of being branded as difficult, she pretended to be enthusiastic and went ahead with the test to avoid any risks to her growing career. "It wasn't a power play. No one was trying to be awful or hurt me. It was just a very different time, and now we know better," Hathaway explained. This insight into her experience underscores a significant shift in the industry standards over the years, especially post #MeToo movement, where such practices are now viewed under a much more critical lens. In her most recent project, The Idea of You, Anne takes on the dual roles of lead actor and producer, granting her an increased authority in casting decisions. This film, which draws its narrative from Robin E. Lee's 2017 novel, revolves around Solene Marchland, a 40-year-old single mother who finds herself romantically entangled with a much younger pop star. The character of the young singer, Hayes Campbell, is like a mirror to the kind of star power Harry Styles has, bringing an extra dose of excitement. During the casting for Hayes, Anne decided to take a different approach to the usual makeout sessions that have long been a standard for testing chemistry. Instead of direct physical interactions, she introduced a fresh and creative method. The auditioning actors were asked to pick a song that they believed their character would enjoy, something that would inspire their character to dance. The aim? To set up a situation where actors could casually dance and improvise, allowing their chemistry to flow naturally without any pressure. The selection process was transformative. Nicholas Galitzine, who ultimately won the role of Hayes, chose a song by the Alabama Shakes. When the music played, something clicked, and remembers how Brittany Howard's soulful singing instantly warmed the atmosphere, prompting her to smile without thinking, a reaction that Nicholas observed, helping him ease into the moment. They danced, not as actors on an audition stage, but simply as two people enjoying a moment together. Michael Showalter, the director, witnessed this chemistry unfold in real time, a clear signal that Nicholas was the right fit for the part. Their interaction felt real and genuine, a natural connection sparked by music and movement, unlike the usual forced and sometimes awkward intimacy of kissing scenes. Well, this is not the first time actresses face this. Zendaya, while promoting her new movie Challengers, shared her thoughts on the subject, and it's quite intriguing. She pointed out something rather odd. It appears that whenever she's in a kissing scene, there's a lot more curiosity and attention directed her way. Zendaya wondered if interviewers brought up these scenes in hopes of sparking some buzz. I don't know if it's because they want it to be like a viral thing, she mentioned. Interestingly, she also observed that this kind of question might not be asked to other actors. She stressed that while kissing scenes are just another aspect of an actor's work, the particular fascination surrounding her on-screen kisses is notable. But yeah, it is a part of my job, and it is a completely normal part of the job despite, I think, maybe other people's perception of our job, she explained. Zendaya certainly finds it strange, and understandably so, but yeah, it is odd, she concluded. In 1994, the movie Interview with the Vampire featured a kiss that, by today's standards, raises eyebrows. Kirsten Dunst, who was just 11 years old at the time, had to kiss Brad Pitt, who was then 30. Fast forward to an interview, and Dunst was posed a rather probing question by a journalist. "Did you really hate kissing Brad Pitt?" Think about that for a moment. She was only 12 by then, and Pitt had turned 31. Dunst responded, "Well, you know, it feels awkward. I'm 12, he's 31 now, it's like he's a man, so why would I enjoy kissing him?" Reflecting on her experience years later, in 2021 with Vanity Fair, Dunst recalled how out of place she felt about the scene, stating, "Brad was like a brother to me, and it was very weird even though it was just a peck. I was very not into it." Remember that 70s show? Mila Kunis was only 15 years old when she shared a kiss with Ashton Kutcher, who was 20 at the time. Then there's Emmy Rossum in The Phantom of the Opera, where at 17 she kissed Patrick Wilson and Gerald Butler, who were 30 and 33. Moving to another film, Manhattan, where Marielle Hemingway, just 16, kissed Woody Allen, who was 44. It's quite the age difference, and not to be overlooked. Keira Knightley was 17 when she kissed 40-year-old Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Have you ever thought about how tough it must be for actors to work together while going through a breakup? Well, Jennifer Aniston and Tate Donovan found themselves in just such a sticky situation on the set of Friends. Tate Donovan joined the cast of Friends as Joshua, the character who Rachel, played by Aniston, meets while she's working as a personal shopper. Things got complicated. Donovan and Aniston had been dating for 2 years by then, but their relationship was on the rocks. In fact, they were in the middle of breaking up while filming this 5-episode stint on the show. Now, how awkward must that have been? Donovan shared an interview with US Weekly, recounted via Cosmopolitan, just how bizarre and tough it was to act like they were just getting to know each other and falling for each other when, behind the scenes, the scenario was opposite. He described the experience as tricky and just tough. Things got so awkward that the show's producers even decided to cut his appearance short. Originally planned for 6 episodes, his role was reduced to just 5. "We were like, hey, can we not keep doing this?" Donovan recalled. The strain of the situation was intense enough that, after filming, he returned to his dressing room and broke down. So, here's a juicy bit from the set of Gossip Girl, you know, that drama-filled TV show. Well, it turns out Penn Badgley and Blake Lively, who played Dan and Serena, had a real-life romance brewing. But guess what? Things went south before the show wrapped up. Kissing your ex on camera, Penn spilled the tea on Watch What Happens Live, saying their on-screen kisses got super awkward after they split. When asked about the best on-screen kiss, he spilled, "I'll say it was Blake because we actually had a relationship at the time, but hold up." When asked about the worst, he straight up said, "Maybe Blake after we broke up, ouch." But here's the plot twist. They kept it classy on set, Penn spilled. "We were actually consummately professional, to be honest." From uncomfortable on-screen kisses to awkward chemistry tests, Hollywood's glittering facade often masks some challenging realities for its stars. Anne Hathaway's recount of being asked to kiss 10 strangers during an audition highlights a past culture in film casting that many would find questionable today. As we move forward, the industry is witnessing significant changes, especially post the #MeToo movement. Actors like Anne Hathaway are now in positions to reshape how auditions and chemistry tests are conducted, aiming for more respectful and creative methods that avoid unnecessary physical contact. So, what did you think about these changes in Hollywood? Have you ever considered how the scenes we see on screen affect the actors involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss how the film's industry can further improve its practices. And if you found this insight interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content just like this.